Anna had always been a high achiever. From the outside, it looked like she had everything together. She worked at a reputable marketing agency, was respected by her team, and had a steady routine. But inside, she was falling apart quietly. Every morning, she'd wake up with a heavy feeling in her chest, already overwhelmed by the day ahead. Her mind was a constant swirl of doubts. I'm not good enough. What if I make a mistake? Why can't I feel happy like other people? She didn't talk about it much, not even with her closest friends. Everyone thought of her as strong and dependable, and she didn't want to disappoint them. But the truth was, she was exhausted, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. No matter how much she accomplished, it never felt like enough. She compared herself to people on social media constantly, seeing their promotions, their weddings, their holidays, and thinking, why is everyone else moving forward and I'm still here? One Monday, after a rough week, she missed an important deadline. Her boss didn't yell. He just said, "That's not like you, Anna." That one sentence crushed her more than any shouting ever could. She got into her car after work, and before she even turned the key, the tears came. Not just for the deadline, but for everything. For the years she spent trying to prove her worth. For the nights she couldn't sleep because of anxiety. For the voice in her head that never let her breathe. A few days later, she went to a bookstore to clear her mind. She wandered aimlessly through the aisles, sipping on a lukewarm coffee, until she found herself in the psychology section. She picked up a book without thinking, something about resilience and mindset. As she flipped through the pages, one line jumped out at her. Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. Marcus Aurelius. That sentence stayed with her. It repeated in her head like a quiet echo. On the way home, she thought about it deeply. Could it be true? Could everything she felt, this pain, this anxiety, be fueled by her thoughts? That night, she made a decision. A small one. She would try to change just one thing. Her inner voice. Not completely, not perfectly, just enough to give herself some peace. Every time a negative thought came in, she would pause for 3 seconds. Then she'd challenge it, softly, gently, like she would if a friend was talking badly about themselves. When she thought, "I'm a failure," she paused and whispered, "No, I'm learning." When she thought, "Everyone's doing better than me," she reminded herself, "Everyone has struggles I can't see." When she thought, "I can't do this," she replied with, "I've made it through hard things before." At first, it felt forced, like pretending, but she kept doing it, every day, and slowly, the dark clouds started to lift. What Anna didn't know was that this small habit had a name: cognitive reframing. Psychologists have studied it for decades. In fact, a study published in the Journal of Behavior Therapy and Experimental Psychiatry showed that even a brief intervention in the way people interpret their thoughts led to measurable changes in mood and stress levels within just a few weeks. Another research piece from the University of Pennsylvania found that those who regularly practiced positive reframing had significantly higher resilience and lower rates of depression over time. After 3 months, Anna felt different, not fixed, but freer. She smiled more. She slept more soundly. She started journaling in the mornings, writing down 3 thoughts she wanted to carry with her through the day. She said yes to things she used to avoid, and no to things that drained her. She found herself volunteering for a new project at work. Her team noticed the change. "You seem lighter," one of her co-workers said. She was. For the first time in years, she wasn't carrying the weight of every single worry. She didn't quit her job. She didn't move to a new city or start a whole new life. She simply shifted the way she saw her world, one thought at a time. There's another quote she wrote on a sticky note and placed by her mirror. "If you correct your mind, the rest of your life will fall into place." Lao Tzu. And that became her truth. because she realized that while she couldn't control the world around her, she could always choose her response to it. And in that choice, she found power. She found peace. Anna's story isn't about a dramatic makeover or sudden success. It's about a small, nearly invisible change that created massive inner transformation. A shift that's available to all of us, right now, right here. Because sometimes, the smallest thought shift can be the first step toward turning your whole life around. If you enjoyed Anna's journey and want to explore more real stories and science-backed tools for emotional healing and growth, don't forget to subscribe to Mind Detox YouTube channel. New videos every week to help you feel better, think clearer, and live lighter. Don't miss out.